What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. You know what time it is. It's time to hunt some zombies. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. This marks the first time that we've ever been well equipped enough to actually hunt a horde. And so today's going to be a little bit of a test. We're going to go through as many firearms, bullets, everything we can to see if we can annihilate everyone in the neighborhood. So first things first, let's go have a look outside. I know that we have zombies around, so there's a couple right there. I don't want my first shots to be so close to the house, though. But I know that there's a lot of zombies here. We could draw them off by alternative means. Am I pointing the gun at myself right now? Okay, I'm not. Good. And so there they are. Let's go ahead and get going. It's time to rock. I don't actually want to waste any time on this one. I want to kill as many as possible in as short amount of time as we can. I'm going to let them get a little bit closer. I do like how we have muzzle flare. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that happening the last time I fired a gun. Let me do a quick reload here. And we're just going to kill as many as possible. I have about 50 bullets on me. And just like we did before, we're going to walk backwards while firing at these guys. And whoever dies, dies. If we get unlucky, I'll have to make a supply run back. But I want this to be a controlled horde. I want them to go where I say they go, not where they want to go. Let's sprint past here, and I'd like them to be in this big field, if at all possible, because that's a good shooting range for us to have them confined in. Let's see what kind of injury we can cause here. We're not going to be able to kill a ton of them with this first burst, but this is going to get them the hell away from our house, which is what I would prefer to have done. Seems like we're getting quite good at shooting. I hear myself aiming or leveling up over and over and over again. How many bullets do we have left? So we have about 2 clips left. Oh, never mind. Not even. We have like 1 clip left. A singular clip. So let's see what we can get away with here. Alright, and so with our 4 remaining bullets. Alright, so let's get out of here. We're going to go back to the house. We're going to take a long way around if we can. Just to be safe. Because I don't need any visitors coming along. I think they should all just kind of hang out next to the house, though. But I want that horde completely annihilated. I don't want it to exist anymore. I want it wiped out of our memory. They've stepped on our toes, and they shall pay by losing theirs, I suppose, is the best way that I can describe it. We've got 23 rounds left here. We're going to grab all of them. Taking a look at my weight here. I'm trying to keep things as even as possible. I think we can hold... Ooh, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to hold that entire group of rounds. Yeah, I think we will. Let's try and grab all of them, and we'll see what happens here. Ooh, we just snuck by. Well, let's see if possibly we can just put like 1 or 2. There we go. Exactly the right amount of bullets. We've got ourselves reloaded. We've got another little bit of carnage to throw down here, so let's get it done. Where are they at? Just seems like it keeps getting worse. I don't know if it's just me. But it does seem like the problem just grows. Alright, there's another skill point. We're going to continue kiting around in circles. God. This is just ultra violence. We're approaching like Clockwork Orange levels of just annihilation here. Oh, am I out of ammo? What happened here? There we go. They are closing on me. Let's go ahead and sprint around and get them back out into the field again. And this sort of reminds me of the scene in Dawn of the Dead where they just go through the entire, they go through the entire mall just killing zombies all day long, trying to get the whole thing cleaned out, and then they barricade it back up so that nobody can get in. It seems like killing zombies with guns is a great way to level up, though. So we got a reload left, and then 9 rounds after that. We're pretty panicked, but it seems to be working in our favor. 7 more shots, and then we'll get the hell out of here. And 7. There it is. And we're doing a pretty good job of actually killing a zombie with every single shot we take. I'm happy with the firearms results here. I actually don't want them going in the house. I'll explain that in just a minute, but we need to move along here. We need to hop along and get ourselves out of their range. God, just look at the carnage. Ridiculous. I wonder if the bodies will start disappearing once you reach like a certain level of destruction. I'm using up the pistol first, in case you were wondering, because I view the shotgun shells as being a lot more valuable than the pistol. I would rather have no pistol rounds than no shotgun rounds. The shotgun has that effect of really just kind of bringing the pain to our enemies and just causing them all kinds of discomfort. We may be out of 9mm here. Let me take a look in the other cabinet and just make absolutely sure there's no 9mm hanging around. There's 50 more, actually, so let's take those. And it looks like our carnage is not yet unloaded. God, this is a great episode. I'm having a lot of fun with this right now. So we'll get ourselves reloaded and holding 12 rounds. Oh, never mind. It holds 20... No, it holds 12 rounds. Okay. I thought it jumped from 60 down for a second. I can do math, I swear. I know I try to convince you guys of that fact all the time, and it's not because I'm insecure about my math skills. It's really not. Somehow this horde doesn't feel smaller to me right now. It really doesn't. It just feels like it's about the same size. We're reloaded, and I didn't want to stop firing because, as you saw, they all started to head towards the house. Now, where we're going to get real unlucky here is if anybody tries to sneak around behind us and tries to pull a sneaky mode on us. That would really suck. Oh, God. We're almost out of pistol rounds. And I don't feel as though we're actually making a dent in them. I'm starting to begin to wonder if maybe it's spawning them on us now. Because this swirling melee just doesn't seem to be losing any girth. Only 2 bullets left here. So we'll fire around there. We'll fire around there. And then that should displace them all away from our house for a moment. We're going to finish the job off with shotgun shells, I think. I'm going to see how much pain I can bring with this last little snippet. We've been killing all day. Can you imagine just psychologically spending like 12 hours just all day blowing the brains out of ex-humans? You would have just PTSD like a mother. I don't think anybody would really be able to handle that kind of absurd violence. Let's see. Nothing else here. We got 1 round. Not terrible. Not bad at all, actually. But there's the shotty. Let's grab the shotty out of the cabinet. We'll replace it with the pistol. And we'll see if we can finish the job. We finish what we start. It's how we do it here at the Nerd Castle. So there goes. The shotgun shells are a little bit heavier than what we're used to. But I do think that we'll be okay. Let's see if we can even out our weight a tad here. This would be much easier with the shift-click command. Or we might consider duffel bagging some of these. Well, I think that requires a little bit more coordination than I'm ready to put in. Let's just finish that off. Actually, I didn't equip that as a primary. That'll alleviate some weight. There we go. Let's see if we can get an exact amount of shells out, because I don't want to waste my time here. And it should be this one. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we'll take that one out. There we go. So we got 52 shotgun shells. Let's do this thing. We're already locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's see what final... Well, let's see what final black eye we can give the horde down here. I don't feel super confident about our ability to kill. Oh, we're going to do it in the rain, too. We're going to do it all dramatic style. So there goes a couple there. I do want to go out this way and give them a chance to elongate, and I mean that in the least dirty way possible. But what I would prefer to do is if I cut back around there right now, I feel as though I may have gotten myself into a problem where they could circle around behind me. Alright, we're out of ammo. Let's get a little bit of a reload done here. I'm going to bring them back around the house, and I'm going to go back out into the field as best as possible. The faster ones out front are going to be an issue for us while we're reloading. But I think we'll be alright. We're shooting with an invisible gun right now. There it is, our magic, psychic, telepathic gun. And let's see what we got going on in other locations. So we'll fire a shot right there just to see how they gather. Yeah, and that's what I was worried about. I had a bit of a feeling. See, they're a little bit dispersed right now. And so what I would prefer to do, let's get rid of this speedy one in the front. I'm wasting a shell right there, I know, but I want them to gather back into a big blob so that we can do the final couple shotgun shells. We are soaked right now, which kind of sucks, but I think we'll be alright. Let's put a couple more into the horde here. Just sweep and pray, and then let's get the hell out of here. We'll run back to our house. And I don't think the horde can actually be cleared. I'm going to make an executive decision right now, and I'm going to say that I think it's respawning on us. Whatever the developers have said thus far about there being a limited number of zombies, I'm going to call shenanigans on it because I just don't see a way. Even with all of the shotgun blasts, look at the amount of corpses. The horde is still the exact same size, which makes me very much wonder if indeed what they say is true. I just don't know. I'm one of those people that loves to look in and validate the code myself. I really am one of those people. Let's take a look at the aftermath here. We've got what looks like 14 skill points available. Our arming is almost completely maxed out, so it's almost completely done. Our reloading doesn't seem to level at quite the same rate, unfortunately. I don't hear the tappity-tap-tapping of any zombies. Let's put everything back in the cabinet in here, and I'm getting a little bit worried about our supplies. I do want to save them in any situation where we might have an invasion. That's what I'm more worried about. Defending the homestead, I would agree if you wanted to look at it alternatively right now that we do have an invasion on our hands, but I think we've displaced them as best as possible, given our resources, and I think we'll be alright, to be honest. It's looking a little dark in here right now. Let's get our water bottle refilled. Hope for no further gunshots. Any gunshots that aren't ours, I'm going to hope that they don't continue. I'll take a look at some of our other options here. Maybe it's still going to let me drink from there. So I think what I'll do is we'll start filling up bottles as best we can until it no longer allows me to. So there's an extra water bottle because I do want to get our supplies in place. We can't do any construction. My goal for this episode was actually to get some construction done on the fence after we did a little bit of the old slaughter housing here. But it's tough. I'm very, very antsy in the pantsy about kind of dancing with zombies all day again. I get the distinct feeling I'm wasting my ammo at this point. I mean, we've put down over 109mm rounds. Each round killed a zombie, almost every single one. I only saw 1 or 2 indicators while we were going along that we only missed like 5 or 6 bullets out of 100 that didn't insta-kill a zombie. That makes me wonder, so that's easily probably 80 zombies if I wanted to be very critical of my kill count. Actually, we ended with 666 zombies, so we can actually take a look. Oh, did I close? How do I get that back, I wonder? I think I accidentally X'd out. Oh, I can click maybe, no? I wonder how I get that window back. Let me see if maybe there's a key combination I could press here while we've got a little bit of time left. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I turned the music off on accident. But in any case, it appears as though I've killed my overlay for the time being. So let me see if I can get that back. Okay, it's the V key. That's funsies. I'll work on that in between episodes. I know you guys don't want to sit here while I spam through trying to figure out what the hotkey is to get things back. But we're a little hungry. We're slightly drowsy. We've been on a bit of a kill fest, so I'd be pretty tired too if I spent my afternoon just sprinting around the block firing shotgun shells. It's getting a bit late, but I don't hear the telltale moan of enemies. All those shotgun shells has to have dragged at least most of these guys out of our neighborhood. We're going to get to bed real late tonight. So there it is. We'll go survey the damage right now and kind of make a cumulative plan. Just an MO for the time being. Our modus operandi, I guess. It's 9 o'clock. We slept in a little bit later. We're getting pretty hungry, but I'm not going to worry about alleviating it for now because our strength restrictions are looking fine. I'll wait till it ticks down a tad on me. We've got water, and that's really the pivotal concern. Let's have a look-see and figure out the neighborhood distribution of all these guys. I'll probably run through as best I can in between episodes, maybe. It's raining again. October is a very rainy time here in Knox County. I'll do my best to loot as many of these guys as possible, but as you can see, there has been some discussion in the comments as to whether my zombies are bugged or not, because all they ever seem to have are clothes. You guys have said that you've had much better luck with your zombies, and I'm glad to hear it. At least, if I can't have any luck, I'd prefer that you guys have some luck at the bare minimum. And wow, would you look at it. It kind of reminds me of the beginning of Save It Private Ryan, where they're talking about it's quite a sight indeed. It really is the sort of carnage. It's the sort of thing that makes you feel slightly uncomfortable, and I'm desensitized by a lifetime of video games. It's just imagining looking out your window, and this is what you can see as far as the eye can see. That's your handiwork. Just something there's psychologically dark about that whole thing. Like, even though you were defending the homestead, and there's no real psychological reason to be worried about killing this many zombies, just in my head, I'm juxtaposing the animation to what it would look like in a first-person perspective looking out that window, and it's mind-boggling. Cleaning up these bodies would make it even worse. Just so much work to be done. The ground would literally run red. They had that problem in World War II where they buried bodies from the various camps and things like that, and I had to do a report on this a long time ago when I first started college, and they said that like the ground would just ooze with the blood of bodies that had been buried after like major battles and after like they cleaned up the camps and things like that. Just horrific things. Just the kind of stuff that you can't even fathom having to do that. And that's kind of what I imagine the cleanup, the aftermath of this whole thing would look like. Just an all-around horrible affair. So let's consider... Yikes. I don't even know what to do right now. I'm just aghast. I'm not really sure how to spend the rest of our day. There's zombies in the neighborhood, so I know that I can't risk construction. There's a huge horde over there. Let me go over here, and I'm going to bait it, actually. And I just want to see the overall size of this thing. I just want to get a feel for how big it is. So there's a couple stragglers up here at the top. And yeah, there's just no way. Look at the size of that gathering. We didn't even make a dent in it. That whole thing was just a waste of time. That's the only thing I know how to describe it as. It was a waste of time. I could have fired one shot from over here and then just walked away and saved all that ammo. As it stands right now, I don't know, guys. I just don't know whether that was worth it. It was entertaining, at least. I had a lot of fun doing it. Let's jump into some of these buildings down to the southwest. We're going to do a tad of scavenging while we're out and about. Maybe spend a night away from home. One of the things we can guarantee is that with all the gunfire and all the crazy happenings, we can get away. Let's see if there's anything in here to concern ourselves with. Looks like we've just got some cabinets. Some matches. And once again, it's gotten stuck to my clicker. I really hate it when this happens. Let me see if I can fix it possibly. Maybe get rid of it in some fashion. Well, at the bare minimum, I can close this down and hope for the best. Let me see. God, I hate this bug. I hate this bug so much. Well, let's close down the window for the time. Oh, good. It's not even allowing me. There we go. We'll close down the window for the time being, and we'll just kind of run around for a little bit. I have no clue what triggers that bug, by the way. I still have no idea. It just happens. And when I play by myself in my alternate games, it happens all the time. It depends if you're having a loot-heavy day. For whatever reason, when you click on the window sometimes, when you click on like an item inside of a loot container, for whatever reason... Oh, we've already been here. I don't need to jimmy this window. This whole thing... Yeah, I remember this building. Let's get on out of here. We'll go to the southwest a little bit further. Maybe just run around for the time being. Hopefully this rain cuts out. It's starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Just how rainy it's been. We've got like an El Nino situation here. I grew up during the time period where El Nino was clattering around quite a bit. And it was... You're still going to be on my clicker after all that. Alright. Well... I don't know what to do right now. Go away! I command you. There we go. Alright, so it finally disconnected. The key seems to be walking while furiously pressing buttons, which it works for me in fighting games, so never discount the button mashing. I'm always surprised that people can kick my ass with button mashing when they come over to play fighting games, although to be fair, I've never been any good at them. We're going to have to bypass some time here because we're simply just too drenched to continue on. I don't want to risk getting a fever or anything like that. I'm going to go upstairs, maybe just kind of take a look around. We're pretty hungry still. Maybe I should take care of that problem. Let's eat some cereal. Hopefully it's a good cereal, because after the depressing affair there where we didn't just... Oh my god, we didn't do anything. How depressing is that? We didn't accomplish anything. I can dry myself with the bath towel. So we'll do that really quickly. There it is. We're a little bit damp. We're a tad damp. It's okay, though. In a previous thing, I would say that's how I feel right now. I thought we were just going to be completely and totally stoked with the fruits of our labors. We've killed everything in the neighborhood, but it looks like the winds of fortune have really just kind of favored us recently. They just haven't wandered into our general neighborhood. And so while I wish that we had managed to accomplish something a little bit more substantial in this episode, I said in the Tropico playthrough long ago that sometimes when something bad happens, when you expect something good to happen, it feels as though just inside, after you get your pants out of the dryer. Looks like we got a little group of stragglers over here. This door is not open, surprisingly. So I would consider careful investigation. Ah, very nice. We'll do a little bit of scavenging here. I'm going to take the cooking pot. We're going to fill it with water for now. We are going to take the tuna, because apparently that lasts forever. Grab some peanut butter. Ooh, this house is... Yeah, we got to come to the rich side of the neighborhood more often. These guys got all kinds of good food. Oh, I forgot my duffel. I unloaded the duffel before we did anything else. Maybe there's something that I can put stuff in here. Just temporarily. No plastic bags as of yet, but I'm sure we'll find something here, whether it's a backpack or anything else. Frying pans. Let's take a look. Oh, the back door of the mudroom's busted open. I don't like that at all. Looks like we've got a nice sized... Oh, God. Alright. Little reminder there that we need to be increasingly careful as we move through here. Check these racks really quickly. A crowbar. Crowbars are always useful, but until we find something to store all this loot in, I'm going to veto that. Sleeping tablets and a sweater. Shoes and a skirt, of course. Plastic bags, the #1 most common loot until I actually need... Oh, they've got like a storage cloth. Oh my. Alright, oh my. I'll take it. Shaving razors and lipstick. Let's see if we can snag some stuff from one of the neighboring houses, possibly. I'm going to be very careful while I go past these windows. I didn't realize what time it was, actually. It's 7 o'clock, so maybe we should head back to the house. Let's camp out for the night. We'll camp out. We're going to do a little bit of burgling, I suppose. I think if I can find a plastic bag, this can actually turn into a reasonably decent stash for us. I don't see anybody else following us, so I think we'll be okay. Close the door off there. We'll check some of these cabinets really quickly. Plastic bags, and there they are. So we'll grab all of those right now. We've got 2 of them. We'll throw the chips in there. We'll throw some of the canned goods. Everything that we can hold. Fill the pot up with water. And once that's filled, we'll throw that in a plastic bag too. Which I guess we're apparently incredibly talented at carrying things, because that seems like an unlikely physical interaction. You know what's horrible? My physics teacher emailed me today. And I'm starting school in like 3 days. My physics teacher emailed me this morning, and it was like the most depressing email ever. Basically, he emailed all of his students to tell us the class was going to suck this semester. Like, it wasn't like, I hope your summer was okay, I hope that you guys had fun, or like you did anything like that. He was like, this is just a warning. This class is going to suck. It's very, very difficult, and you guys need to start preparing yourselves for it. I'm like, wow. I can tell already I'm going to hate this teacher with just every fiber of my being. He's one of those teachers. And he had to be a physics professor, too. He just had to be a stereotype. God, physics professors, I think of all the professors that I have to deal with, it's always physics professors that pull stuff like this, every time. Just no sense of humor, just generally dour human beings. I think it's because they study physics all day. I really do. I've taken a number of physics classes in the course of my collegiate career, and they have all I don't think I've ever met a physics professor that I was like, yeah, he seems like a cool guy that I would have a beer with. They're always just some dude that's just like, class, welcome to the first day of lecture. I want to inform you that the dean has been talking and there have been some changes. And you're just like, oh my god. Just my luck. I would get Ben Stein as a teacher. Just Bueller, Bueller, Bueller all day. And I wasn't trying to emulate Ben Stein right there. My Ben Stein impression is non-existent. I don't have one. That was just me talking very slowly to give you my impression of most of the physics teachers that I've had. I think this house is going to be our Huckleberry for the night. It's not going to stop me from looting and polluting the floors with trash and everything else as far as I can, and I lifted that straight out of a Tupac song, so don't think that I rhymed that one instantaneously all by my lonesome. I don't know if I want to sleep on the bunk beds. Like, definitely, I think I'm going to sleep on the top bunk. Technically, that seems like a really safe place to hide from zombies. I mean, if you're on the top bunk, you might starve to death, but I don't think they could ever reach you unless they learn any crazy flying monkey, crouching tiger skills. I guess it's not quite late enough for me to sleep just yet, but it's almost there. There we go. I think we'll get away with it for now. Sleeping on the top bunk, just like we're in 7th grade all over again, arguing with our little brother. Up on the top bunk we go. We should wake up, yeah, reasonably early, I think. So now that we've got garbage bags, I want to check that place across the street, see if we can get any final loot from there, and I will deprive you guys of the walk back to the house. I'll do that all on my own, since I don't think you guys want to watch me run back to a location that we already know we're going, but what a sour episode. This episode has left a sour taste in my mouth. I had a lot of fun blasting zombies, but I really felt like we were going to be safe after I made a gamble like this with my equipment. I don't think I can get in the... come on. Did I get in the window? Oh, I did. Yes. So we made it in the window without him noticing us. Let's grab the final little bits and bobs here. These cans of beans, we'll take all of them. So 2 pounds of beans there. We'll throw those into a plastic bag. And I think that's just about everything this location had for us. Aside from that upstairs... Oh, no. How did he... I mean, I guess he must have wandered. Well, we can't kill him because everything outside will hear us because the zombies are telepathic. So let's just head back to the house. This is a good spot to break off the episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another thrilling episode. It was fun kind of letting the trigger click. I can say that tongue twister. Letting the trigger click for the entire episode instead of running away and being evasive like we normally do. I am proud of the fact that we managed to get something done. At least give them a black eye. Teach them a lesson for coming around our hood. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody. And it's back to Planet Pills for me. I'll see you next time.